Hey guys, it's your boy Sinclair. You all know me through my DJ mixes that I always post on YouTube. But this time I decided to do something different, something that I've always been passionate about and something that I really love with all my heart, which is sports. We're dissecting the World Cup qualifiers, the past two games that played where South Africa played against Rwanda and Nigeria played against Benin. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe and tell people about this channel. Alright, let's start with the Nigeria versus Benin game. Um, Nigeria came into this game under real pressure. They didn't really have a good qualifying round. They started really slow. So they were under a lot of pressure from their fans, especially the number one talisman, Victor Osimhen. During the qualifiers, especially in the earlier rounds, he didn't really step up, and people were saying that he's a big name. He's a former African Player of the Year, and he didn't really step up. And in some games, he was also injured. So this final game, he had to step up, and he really did. He scored 3 goals in the game, and he played really well. Played really, really well against Benin. Amen. And also, the fourth goal was scored by Onyeka, the Brentford midfielder. Yeah. So yeah, Nigeria played really well, and now they're into the playoffs. A couple of weeks ago, a lot of people had already lost hope on them, but look now they got a spot in the playoffs. So it's never over until the final whistle, man. So yeah, I'm really happy for the Super Eagles. I mean, they're a giant of Africa. So I'm really happy for the Super Eagles. And yeah, hopefully they qualify for the World Cup. And on to the big one now. South Africa officially qualified for the FIFA World Cup. Oh yeah, Bafana Bafana, Danko, Izito, really? Oh man, happy for the boys, happy for Bafana. The last time we qualified for the FIFA World Cup through World Cup qualifiers was in 2002. I remember the World Cup was in Korea and Japan. And yeah, I remember that time the coach was Jomo Sono. We had players like Sebo Vanuvete, Lucas Radebe, Spusi Suzuma, Benny McCarthy, Quentin Fortune. Even the young Jabu Pule was also in that team. Remember Shafla. Yeah, even though he didn't play a lot of games there, but he was in the team. Yeah, man, it was a good World Cup. Good World Cup. I remember 2006 we didn't make it, and it was one of those World Cups that I enjoyed in 2006, and I wished that South Africa would have made it. But yeah, 2010 we were hosts. Yeah, Waka Waka. Still remember Shakira, R. Kelly. It's a sign of victory. So yeah, man. It was a good World Cup 2010. Yeah. Fortunately, we didn't get out of our group stages. Diego Forlan with Uruguay. Oof, remember that game? Yeah, Kune will still remember that one. Yeah. But yeah, our game against Mexico, Shabalala, that rocket goal. But they came back and we drew the game. In our final game against France, we beat them. But it was not enough to qualify to the last 16. But yeah, 2026, Canada, Mexico, US. Here we come. South Africa is coming. And I'm wearing a USA t-shirt because I actually live in the United States, but I'm a South African, and I will be proud to see the boys come here and represent the nation and the continent. I'll be happy and I'll be glad, man. Zogaland Bafetu, ladies, sister, come, we'll welcome you nicely. We'll want to enjoy the festivities and the World Cup. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's 238 days to go till the first game of the World Cup 2026. So yeah. And with this game, South Africa against Rwanda, 3-0 against Rwanda. I mean, we played Zimbabwe the previous week and we drew 0-0. We were starting to get nervous there. We were like, oh my goodness. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, South Africa was docked points for fielding Teboho Mokoena, who was on 2 yellow cards. So yeah, The pressure was on. 1-3-0. Oswin Apollos had a stunner of a game. He's really had a good season. For me personally, I know it's still early in the season. I believe he's a contender to be the South African Premier League player of the season. He's almost all his games that he's played, the ratings haven't been less than 7.5. It's been 7, 7.5, 8 upwards. So he's really, really had a solid season so far at his new team, Orlando Pirates, and also for the national team. So it's good to see him. He got 2 assists and a goal. Evidence Mahopa got an assist and a goal. And Talent Mbata scored a screamer. It was a scream of a shot. It was good to see him too in the lineup because in the game against Zimbabwe, Hugo Bruce started with Yaya Stole, but Yaya hadn't played for the national team for a while now, and you could see he was a bit rusty. But now Talente came back, man. That midfield was buzzing. Him and Tebo Moloi and Sipho Mbule as a number 10 there. So we were solid there. And also, there's still another thing that I want to say with regards to the Bafana Bafana national team. The door is still open for those who were not part of the qualifiers. Guys like Tembi Nkosi Lodge, who had a absolutely blinder of a Club World Cup. He played really well. And he's also playing well in his league where he's playing right now. And also there's Bradley Grobler, who's the top goal scorer in the Premier Soccer League in South Africa right now. There's Tsehofatso Mabasa, who's scoring goals. Orlando Pirates is one of my favorite strikers in the league. He's a sniper. He reminds me of the old school Ronaldo. If you still remember R9, Ronaldo. Tsehofatso Mabasa reminds me of Ronaldo. So yeah, man, there's still opportunity, and I hope that Hugo Bruce still has it in him to have that door open for the players to prove themselves that they can also be part of the team that goes to the World Cup. We have the African Cup of Nations before the World Cup, so there's still some time, to prove yourself to the coach and everyone else. But yeah, man, we're celebrating. Everybody's happy. Bafana Bafana, World Cup 2026. Canada, Mexico, USA, here we come. Ayoba!